Va de 10, señores. Ya está, paisanos. A ver. ¿Cómo ya está móvil? Como madrugado, ¿eh? Me cago en la mar. Witcher. Sí, hombre, no hagas. El asedio de Bergen, bueno. Se habrá acabado el capítulo, ¿no? Bueno, está a puntico. Ah, no, sí, mira, estamos en Loc Muinne. Bien, perfecto. Tercera.
Even
Va.
je zijn?
Sí que la.
Sere varanheden.
Me våld hocht en geheerd veen. Me vertrouwen het een bellengrek.
Visse dein ip kieseret. Net en verbtene. Het en kriza. Do you know what this is?
Uy,
No.
Who it is?
Tris.
Tris Marigold. Until recently advisor to King Foltest. Artifact compression. Complicated spell.
Is she alive?
Her life processes are on hold. But it is reversible. Though very difficult.
You created a portal between Loc Muinne and Nilfgaard. You should manage the figurine.
Stand back. I cannot be sure how her body will react to decompression.
No pentagrams, candles, spilt blood.
It figures you do know little about magic, Ambassador. It matters not.
We need her alive, Asira. Make sure her body survives decompression well.
I'll do what I can. But she will be disoriented for some time.
¡Hala! Al río. Bueno, vaya difícil, ¿no? No tuvo ni que preparar y que estudiar. Ya se ve. Le costó la vida.
What is your name?
Quita.
Tell me your name. Tris!
Vise getocht gedein.
Salvador.
Vise espet eb wovret. Dartocht eb nedling derien. Mehen eveneens eb turin. Me pöft en alverdeg. Marigold. Your name is Tris Marigold.
Y aquí llegamos nosotros, bien gallardos.
I recognize this valley. This path leads to the city gates. We're almost there.
Army tracks everywhere.
These mountains have witnessed
¿Está?
the fall
¿Pone ahí?
of two civilizations.
Ah, no, ya.
First that of the Vrans, and of ours, the Enshi.
They may be
Okay.
about to witness the fall of a third. Did the elves conquer the Vrans?
No, disease did, and the climate. Long ago, the sources of the Congar did not flowed. Flowers still bloomed.
Que sí, no me da la sensación de que hubiera muchos monstruos, ¿eh? El bestiario es casi todo. Al menos en los primeros capítulos. Ekar. No es por años. Vale. 3 tipos, creo. Arpías, también son 2 tipos. 2 trolls, que bueno, son amigos. Creo que me saco un poco de uno. Para poner el ratón. Y había otros gordos también. Sí. No me acuerdo. Así salen. ¿Dónde? Aquí. A ver si encima es que ni salen aquí. ¿Por qué no salen aquí? No me digas que tengo que leer. Que tengo que leer el puto libro de cuestión, porque ya no puedo. No me lo sé. Creo. Vale, está bien. Los demonios podridos esos. También había 2 o 3 tipos. El necrófago, obviamente. Y poco más, y bueno, y humanos.
Knights of the Flaming Rose at a peace summit.
I wonder whose side they're on.
On that of whoever paid them.
They've made camp outside the city walls. Means they're not here in an official capacity.
Are they on vacation?
Maybe they just don't want to stand out.
Eilhart has a dragon up her sleeve. Radovid has invited a unit of the Order's Knights.
Don't forget Sheila and Henselt.
It should be an interesting peace summit.
Any idea who might have summoned them?
Radovid. Now the scum of the Order wear the Redanian coat of arms as they burn pyres. Witch hunts are their favorite pastime, or so I've heard.
Radovid witnessed what the Order did in Vizima. He saw the Grand Master's madness with his own eyes. Yet he gave them a new home. For a good reason, I expect.
That's easy. He needed a whip against Eilhart.
You shouldn't let them see you.
I know. To them, a good elf is a dead elf.
It's not because you're an elf. It's because you're Yorvith.
I'll try to enter the city through the caves. I'd advise you to do the same.
The Knights will know I'm wanted. You know of a passage?
I know of a cave nearby. There are many ways to enter Loc Muinne, my friend. If Radovid has summoned the Order, I'm certain the others have brought their armies as well. The city must be full of soldiers. All of them sitting as if on a witch's bomb, waiting for a spark. But that may be to our advantage.
El tatuaje me lo dejé.
If the rulers have holed themselves up in camps, it should be easy to move about between them.
Let's go before we get noticed.
Vale. Digo. Vale, sí. Bueno, pero es un triago reina o algo. No, es otra cosa. Aracha o... Aracha o aracha o... Pero bueno.
Good you're here. Look what I found.
Keep your distance.
Already forgotten that a similar creature hung around my place.
Uy, yeah. Morir. Aracha. Me hacen daño, soy un bravo de la hostia ya. cabrones.
There's a forested valley on the other side of the city, once teeming with wildlife. It's now dead. The royal delegations arrived.
I know. That's why we went around. What exactly killed the Vrans?
As the years went by and the climate turned colder, the Vrans had less and less food. Their hunters descended to the lowlands, where they encountered the first human settlement on their claims. The Vrans began to grow. They tried to save themselves, building an aqueduct with sewers that rivaled today's.
Acueducto.
Colder, and the canals remained frozen for most of the year. When the elves arrived, they encountered only ghosts, a dead city falling into ruin. The Enshe rebuilt it, restored its former beauty. Humans did not arrive here for many more years.
Pinta que usar. Solsticio de invierno, ¿eso qué cojones es? A ver, póstrate ante la muerte en un santuario de invierno. Ritos de mi verdad. Vale. Coños. Aumenta la intensidad de las señales, pero ese es cuánto tiempo no sale nada. Aquí, de efecto, bueno. Ah, bueno. Bueno.
Marshal Raupenek then swiftly proved himself more deadly than all diseases combined. He attacked at night.
We're in Loc Muinne.
We're on the fringes somewhere. We should find what we came for nearer the main quarters.
Let's go.
Por todo. ¿Qué es eso? Eso es nuevo. Creo. Especie de gárgolas. Y me hacen daño. A ver si son gárgolas. Me cago en la agua. Si me hacen daño.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
Hostia, explotan al morir. Genial. Esto es bastante problemático también. Ahora, mapa de esto. Vale. El paisano. Vale, pulo de vida. Por esta puerta. Mira. Yo mientras exploro un poco por aquí. Me cuenta de.
Magic or danger?
Tres ratones de campo bailan en círculo. Hostias, parece. No sé, tío. Esa igual no era. No, no era esta vez. Una cosa. Vale, el orden importa, pero no hay ninguna señal. Quedan siempre al mismo nivel de comunicación. Oh, ningún libro para entrar. De pista, confiando. Ay, Dios. Ahí. Paso, tío. Ya lo haré. Me cago, madre.
Damn it.
De aquí. Me quedaba algo por explorar para allá, ¿no? Creo. Ah, está cerrado, vale. Está. Engarrarlo todo.
They gagged Philippa in the nick of time. She almost cast a spell. Rotting in the Redanian dungeon now in special shackles.
Radovid's right to show the witches their place.
I wonder what they'll do to her. Either the executioner or the monsters will have their fun. They say Loc Muinne's dungeons are full of scum of all kinds.
No idea what they locked her up for, but every sorceress is guilty of something.
True enough. Not likely to see anyone weeping for her.
A dungeon befits Philippa Eilhart very well, though gallows would be even better.
If they killed her, you can forget about healing Saskia.
They must guard her as heavily as the Emperor's bedchamber. We'll not get in there.
I'm in no hurry to visit the Emperor's bedchamber, but we've got to get into the dungeon.
Look for a passage through the sewers. I'll locate Eilhart's quarters. If she didn't expect to be arrested, I may find something interesting there.
I can think of a quicker way into the dungeon than the sewers. I just need to get arrested.
They'll take your weapons and put you in shackles. Though there is some chance you'll wind up in Philippa's cell.
I'll manage. Wandering through the tunnels would take too much time.
Let's go then.
I'll find Philippa. You search her quarters.
Right. We learned a lot the last time we browsed through her things. Va fail, Gwynblade.
En este juego las brujas o las hechiceras son todas culpables de algo, no, de ser todas tremendamente buerronas. Buenardas. Qué pecado de universidad de hechiceros, madre mía. Un pecado estudiar ahí. Bueno. Nada. Un momento. Saqueo. Me cago en la hostia. Me cago en la madre, la gárgola papá. La gárgola papacito. Ah, no, si es la misma. Lo que pasa es que estaba puesta de pie. Putas. Meca. Meca. Matarme. Putas. Tengo suerte y guardo partida en el enfrentamiento. Parece que sí. Chiquichi. A unas buenas hostias, como te enganchen. Dame. Y una más también. ¿Cómo me puedo curar? No lo sé. ¿No hasta aquí? No creo. Ah, es que son... Vale. Deben de ser guardianas. Hay otra escalerita para abajo. Deben de ser guardianas. Meca. Uy. Debería de ponerme... Uy. Claro. Para que dura solo 6 segundos, una mierda. Ay, espérate. Puedo subirme el personaje. Lo de Queen. ¿Queen cuál es? Igni. Queen, está. Uf. Pues no sé, la verdad. Es más espadachín que otra cosa. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2. Todos 2. No sé si será buena opción, buena elección, pero bueno. A ver, vuelvan, putos. Genial. Mira, vale pago.
Medallion's telling me something.
Me cago en la mar. Un golem. Vale, sí, de golem también había. Un par de ellos. O uno. Tanto esto, no hay. No tiene poderío para mí este chaval. Bueno, pues sí que tiene. Hostia, una hostia y te pone a vivir, ¿eh? Tenía la vida hasta arriba, creo. Una así. Por él. Jódete. Y pongo la señal esta que me protege un poco. Libre. No le llego, me cago en la mano. Da vuelta, huevón. ¿Dónde va? ¡Morite! Hostia, hostia, ese. Claro, me va rozando el hijo puta. No, que sí, claro, aunque me proteja me hace daño, Según como me enganche. Fácil que me vuelva a matar. Muévete, cabrón. O no. ¿Le digo algo? Peces relucientes mueren en un fresco iluminado por el rayo. Las mismas putas runas, me joder. Ni idea. ¡Uy, cago en la puta! ¡Qué susto, tú! Cabrones. Cuidadín, cuidadín. Mira. Bueno. Señores por todas partes.
I don't believe you killed Foltest.
I didn't.
But a bounty is a bounty. I'm sure you understand. As a professional. It's nothing personal.
One more windbag. Puto mago este. Uy, uy.
Cabrón. Ay, no tengo. Bloquear un poco por aquí.
I knew we'd not you.
Me cago en la
So
mano,
Rat
os maté.
doesn't forget humiliation.
What do you want?
You won't win this time. All of Eden will know the power of
Me
Silver's
tengo que
fist.
pegarme ahora.
Stand and fight.
Dungeon fight. Está flipado, Venga, que viene el mago.
Be off! Oh, the fucking shame.
Shame on you.
He's but one man, damn it! Onward! Think of the bounty! He's but one man, damn it!
Ala, jódase. Puto.
What can I do for you?
Do you play dice?
Would you like to join us?
Anyone else I can challenge to a game around here?
2 mages, but they refuse to play us.
They only play masters. But beat us, and who knows?
Sure.
Who would you like to play?
Ay, amigo. Gané.
You win.
Claro.
Care to play dice?
Hala, venga, pa' casa.
Congratulations. You've won.
Thanks for the game.
Thanks for the game.
Yes.
Let's play dice.
You must first defeat my teacher.
How can I help?
I want to play dice.
I could use some coin.
Claro, le duele ahí. ¡Ay, los lumbares! La madre, la mierda. Mira, no sí gané.
You've won.
Hala.
Who can I play next?
Pues,
My apprentice. She's a mere learner in magic, but she's a true master in dice.
muy bien, Adelina.
Yes.
Let's play dice.
Shall we?
Venga, va. Me cago en la mar, tú. Ah, dobles parejas. O la maestra.
I've won!
I'll make it tough.
Bueno. Calles.
Yes.
Let's play.
Shall we?
Un 3, tengo escalera. Joder, qué manía con salirse del... Bueno, mira, un trío. No por... Bueno.
You fully deserve this coin.
Who else can I play?
The incredible Lockhart.
Sounds arrogant. Where do I find him?
Somewhere around the market, most likely.
Thanks.
Yes?
I guess you're here about the war with Kedwin.
They wouldn't let us near Natalis. Radovid refuses an audience. The mages drone on about their coven of advisors, but even they don't take us seriously. Perhaps the prince could get something, but I'm not certain they'll let him into the talks. Hensel protested, and the others are too cowardly to stand up to him. As a result, we are not officially here.
Hensel can't openly interfere in your matters.
Who's to stop him? He claims the prince is preparing to set a dangerous precedent by eradicating serfdom.
Terrible crime. Next thing you know, he'll do away with court protocol. The mages will be overjoyed if you sign their treaty. Any idea who'd be the advisor in Vengerberg?
They insist on appointing the advisors themselves, though I doubt Saskia will accept that.
Anything can happen.
That lass will allow no one to control her. I've been observing her. She's a splendid commander.
Making her even more dangerous if anyone manages to manipulate her.
I'm not sure I understand.
Just thinking aloud.
Estupendo. No se rompe. Nada, seguimos por aquí. Perrito. Un perrito. Amigo. Es un perrito amigo. Va a guardar ahí, genial. Esto es el mercado. Sí. Bueno, yo voy a seguir explorando mi bola. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? Back. Vale. Muéranse. Muy bien. No había nada aquí, ¿no? Mirar aquí, mira. Bueno, pues nada. Vamos, pues. Tendré que matarlos a todos. Tendré que matarlos a todos. ¿Cómo matar? Pues sí. No, esto no. Ya está. matando a la gente. Ah, pero bueno, esto... Buenas, Yuki, ¿qué tal? Oh. Son civiles, no hay problema, hombre. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo está? Otro bicho. Acabo de matarlo. Los dos que había. Bien. Ayer estuvimos... O sea, ayer no jugué de noche, estuvimos tomando algo. Entonces, bueno, me acostamos bastante tempranito. Mira, así que vicio mañana. Oye, que vuelvas a... Ah, oh, puta. De vuelta, ¿eh? Ya volviste a... Ah, vuelta a Londres, claro. Vamos, a UCA. Sí, aquí estoy dándole al Bruger Poker. A ver si... ¡Uy! ¡Me cago en Dios! Se me fue, perrín. Fue sin querer. Eso, porque lo tengo desde hace un cojón de tiempo comprado. Pero como había jugado el 1 hacía un cojón de años, entonces juego primero el 1 y luego... y pues luego, mira, quitarlo del medio para poder ya darle al 3 casos. Que bueno, creo yo tampoco pasará mucho, pero bueno, ya que ha empezado la saga, pues mira, adelante.
Are you the mighty Numa?
Who's asking?
Someone who wants to see if your nickname suits you.
¿Es rejugable o qué?
Come to the circus and watch me rip off the ploughing chains wrapped round my body.
You've got a big...
Es que por ejemplo rejugué los Fallout y eso, pero más o menos hago siempre lo mismo, ¿eh? Cuando voy con los esclavistas los aniquilo a todos y así. A ver, tendría que... Joder, pues aquí. Putos auriculares. Tendría que hacerlo, pues eso. Pues hoy voy a ser malo en esta partida, pero es que luego me cuesta, joder, ser el malvado. En el... Bueno. Se ven... Después de jugar al 3 igual no te lo recomendaría, ¿eh? Porque el 1... Es que bueno, yo el 3 no lo jugué. No es un mundo abierto. No sé. Tienen sus cositas. Bueno, hay unos remaster, ¿no? Este es el remaster también. Cuesta un cojón. Hago la leche, pero bueno. Será la única... Uy. Será la única manera de poder rejugarlo, porque si no es que la verdad que ya... Los estiré bastante. Uy, la puta madre. Me gana, tú. Hostia, está jodido esto. Ah, no, mi madre. Encima me va a insultar.
They say witches are tough, but you, in the circus, you could maybe kick a clown's ass.
Has hecho trampas, venga.
Scale and Burden told me you cheat.
And you believe that stinking midget?
It's you I don't believe.
Se puso una poción. Fui.
Fuck you. You're as loaded with potions as squirrel shit is with nuts.
I was clean during our bout. You're a con. They should call you Numa the cheater.
One more word and I'll shove your tongue so deep down your throat it'll come out your asshole.
How will you do that? You'll lose your coordination when you're headless.
Why the aggro? I don't need any aids. I'm still the best without them. You lose something.
Buenas. ¿Qué tal, tío? Papasito. ¿Cómo va la papasitera? Quiero echar un...
looking to earn a few orans.
You can only lose them with the mighty Numa.
You a thief?
I don't have to steal. I kick everyone's ass when it comes to arm wrestling.
Hay mucha violencia para el pequeñín, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Que no quieres jugar? Ah.
I've always been the curious sort.
A ver. Round 2. Fight. Ah, mira, ahora qué, ¿oh? Ahora tiene la barra más larga. Por ejemplo, estos jueguitos de tal son muy rellenos, se repiten en todos los capítulos. Se notan muy rellenos, son muy fáciles. Los de combate lo mismo, es un quick time event. Entonces, bueno. Bueno. Yo tampoco leí los libros, no sé si las historias que cuentan son canónicas o no, pero me la suda, la verdad. Pero si mantienen... Lo que sí es verdad que igual mantiene al cargar la partida del 1, pues te mantiene los eventos que hayas hecho en el 1, entonces bueno, eso sí me mola. Lo guardas ahí. Vale, tranquilo. Vale, es una continuidad.
Let me guess.
Behold, the mighty Numa, and I am his apprentice.
Way to spoil my fun.
The mighty Numa breaks the necks of bulls,
Ahí está el vende humo.
bends iron bars, defeats everyone.
Numa.
His secret lies in the mushrooms and herbs cultivated in Ilanda and picked in the mornings by virgin priestesses. They can be yours for a very reasonable
Hostia, el Uma. No era lo que decía el Wolulu cuando le dabas a caminar. Uma. Creo que algo así, ¿no? Enséñame las setas. Esteroides anabólicos. Ándale, mira. Bueno, ahora ya no lo necesito, pero bueno. Genial.
Welcome.
Now you tell me. I don't work with sorceresses.
Es la misma cara.
This is no job for me.
What's going on? Are you about to fight?
The Conclave has forbidden dueling.
You can't just back out. We agreed. We have commitments to fulfill.
You did take an advance on your fee.
And I'm keeping it. Don't you follow me.
Witcher Geralt, a sight for sore eyes you are. May we speak?
Didn't expect to see you again. Certainly not here.
Loc Muinne is an intriguing place.
For scientists especially.
We've mounted a small expedition and require protection.
What kind of expedition are we talking about?
We have irrefutable evidence that Epter Henna's laboratory is located in Loc Muinne.
We need an armed man to protect us from the filth in the sewers. They're infested with monsters.
The details you'll get from our employer.
A sorceress.
I know a thing or two about monsters, and about sorceresses.
Sorceresses.
I'm sorry, but we cannot disclose her name until you agree to join us.
Nice talking to you then.
Cynthia, her name is...
¡Ay, hija puta! ¿Mira quién es? Nuestra venganza va a ser terrible. Zasca, pumba.
What was Hannah doing in this city?
Everyone's heard of his 1,000-genie curse, but few know that he also had a penchant for the history of Loc Muinne. He was particularly interested in brands and their ultimate decline as a civilization. In his memoirs, he mentions that he left his archive here. That's how we pinpointed the location of his laboratory.
You did.
Hostia, pues me voy a tener que dormir la siesta después de comer, porque...
But we're the ones who know everything about Epter Henna.
I wrote my dissertation about the man. To arrive at the laboratory, we must pass through the sewers.
Hecho.
Remember that potion you gave me back in Flotsam?
Of course. How's the experiment going? Noticed any side effects?
Or peculiar interactions with other potions?
Yeah, every time I mix it with vodka, my tongue gets heavy. All right, I'm willing to help.
You won't regret it.
Where do we start?
We've gained access to an ancient crypt where mages were laid to rest. It's beneath that tower. Our companions await us there.
Oh, it's a lovely day today.
Sí. Ok, no sé.
At your service.
Oh, it's a lovely day today.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Me vuelven a estar esos putos. Voy a librarla de sus pertenencias.
So, are you a sorceress now?
It's not that simple. A pass is simply not enough. But Philippa Eilhart summoned me here for an important exam, so I hope to be one soon.
An exam?
A secret one. I'm not even sure how to prepare. I'm cramming intensely, everything bit by bit, just to be sure.
Good luck. Still willing to sell me potions and herbs?
I'm a student, aren't I? Every little copper counts.
Vale. Vamos a cambiar el...
I'm collecting information about the Wild Hunt. Help me out?
The Wild Hunt. A retinue of wraiths who speed across the heavens upon skeletal horses. Positive proof of its existence has yet to be proffered. However, no one is prepared to deny its occasional sorties into this world.
Proffered? Sorties?
That's
Vale, Yuki, pues nada.
what I
Saludos
remember
para la
from
familia.
lectures.
Ya nos veremos. Muy bien. Venga, chau, chau. Bien. He cambiado el corte de pelo. Media coleta alta. Coleta de ardilla. La trenza de enano. La que tengo ahora... Creo que es esta. Pues igual. A ver. Esta no sé si... No, ya jugaría antes. No hace falta. A ver. ¿Qué trenza de enano, tío? Es que ni se le nota. Pero...
Godspeed, Witcher.
¡Buah! Es una coletilla trencilla. Pensaba que iba a ser con toda la cabeza. Nah. Fuera. Puta mierda. Esta tenía, el de cinta. Estilo balsero, estilo bolsero. A ver. Vale. Estilo Pablo Iglesias. Fuera. Élfico sueldo. Bueno, sueldo ya sabemos cómo va a ser. Media coleta baja. Es que desde frente es lo mismo, tío. Madre de Dios. Menuda estafa. Y la media coleta alta, vamos a ver, ya, para ver toda la mierda. Vale, por delante todos iguales. Élfico suelto. No sé lo que parece, tío. Venga, fuera. El que tenía. El... Venga. Pechocho. Hala. Ahí hay dos malvados.
How are things?
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like air.
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Banard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Sure. Cast both if you want.
Anything on the Wild Hunt in your collection?
I'd avoid the topic.
I'll take my chances.
This knowledge has never been recorded.
Well, I'd like to acquire it.
In the chasms beneath Loc Muinne, there is a sword that once belonged to an elf from the parallel world.
And nobody's gone to look for it?
There are mages who seek it still, but the sword is well concealed. They say he who handles it will understand the essence of the wild hunt.
Ese seré yo.
Could that be
Creo.
true, though?
A ver. Go. Memorias de diarrina. Diarrena, bueno. Bueno. No está mal. No, yo lo compro, nada, yo lo compro. Mejoras esas. Lo valen 1000, Ay. No, voy a dejarlo así. A ver, porque mis guantes que tienen. El veneno, el aceite. Que no los uso nunca, o no los usé. Ah. Bueno, a ver aquí. No sé si encontrar alguna mejor, pero bueno, de momento sí. ¿Qué es este? Ah, vale, los dados, coño, vale.
Want to play now?
Sí, señor. Jugar los dados. Muy bien. Genial. Bueno. Hala, hasta luego. El Mighty.
You just ended a lifelong winning streak.
And you owe me some coin, or you can pay in kind.
What's your preference?
Show me what you got.
I can give you runes to enhance your sword, an element that'll reinforce your armor, or one of the designs from my collection.
Hostia. El diseño.
Give me a design. Just make sure it's for something good.
You ought to be happy with this one.
Chal mágico. Vaya puta mierda. Buah, me jodes. Bueno. Solo fallé, mira, todas hechas. Mira, pues. Esta porque la fallé. Ah, por la detective. Este. Y este. Mira. Luego hay abierta. Dos de del prólogo. No sé si se quedan abiertas ya jodidas. Acabarán. Ah, esta también. Vale, claro. A fallarla porque es colaborar con este y no colaborar con lo que se cierra también. Están abiertas tres de la capítulo. Vamos a esta que es tal. Siempre secundarias y luego las principales. Apariciones. Mira, se me había... También. Bueno, vale. Apariciones también. Que me matan, tú. ¿Qué coño os pasa? Cristales resonantes. No, nada. Tendré que encenderlos a la vez. ¿Qué? O en un orden igual. A ver. Joder. No. Poco. O sea que... Primero. Puede ser el primero. Vaya, hombre. Puede ser el primero. No. Coño. Uno aquí. Otro ahí. Mami. Poco, tío. Como primero tampoco. Como primero tampoco. Vale. Como primero sí. O igual simplemente hay que dar estos dos. Parece que no. A ver este como primero. No. Vale, entonces vamos a ver. Este como primero. Este como segundo. Nada. Este como primero. Este como segundo. Nada. Este como primero. Este como segundo. Tócame los huevos, Tom. Vamos, no. 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 Joder. No pues. Bueno. Vale. Mami. Nine. Venga, policía. Vamos a la puta. Vale. Nada, está claro que no hay. Voy a dejar estos dos encendidos. Son los que me dan respuesta. Y los otros que tomen por culo. Solamente sea para abrir esta puerta. No hay nada aquí que dé pistas. Una serie de ensayo-error. Y el ensayo y error, pues... no ha sido fructuoso. ¡Ah! Es que estas igual son... ¿será que son con otro...? A ver. Amigo. Que son con el... amigo mío. Con el fuego. Genial. Bueno, se explora por dinero, menuda basura, ¿eh? Vale. Hostia. Parece peligro. Está cerrado. Señor. Hombre rana. Ay, es la espada esta. Otra cosa que no mola la mierda del juego. Vale. La espada de Bran olvidada. Otro como cobrar vida, eso como hay Dios. Ah, pues no. Molaba más que cobrar la vida, pero bueno. La espada épico 2031 es de acero. Esto. Cabrón. Pero, macho. Dale algo. Los combates en escaleras. Vale. Puta tropa. Que hijo puta, baja de ahí. Que no puedo subir. Me cago. Gracias por ayudarme, por la bicha. Coñazos a los magos. Cago en Dios, tío. La puta madre. Se fue. Se fue. ¡A coño! ¡Oh puta! Mago culero. ¿Qué hace? ¿Por el poder de Grayskull? Me da por culo, hermano. Escudito. ¡Mátame! Nada. Mira que es tontico. Mira que es tontico.
How many more can there be?
Pero ¿por qué no le da, tío? La madre. puta. Ah, saca 4. Sacas a 8. No me queda claro que les haga daño, pero bueno. No. Trampas rúnicas. Nada. ¡Ay, mierda! Me cago hasta el lado. Ya, pues queda las manos entumecidas. Joder. A ver. No, lo que voy a hacer va a ser lo siguiente. Beber elixires. Grajo. Golondrina. Y... Bueno, hay una que no tengo, no me acuerdo cuál era. Gato no. De veneno, nada. Ay. Ah, muy rica la poción. A ver, aceite marrón. Esta, sí. Era esta. Carajo. El filtro de pez. Vale. Vamos allá. Mira. Afuera. Guardo. Encima. No, la espada nada. Polvo de garro. Aquí. Esto. No. Esto. Bueno, vamos a poner. La espada no me pongo nada porque quiero coger esta primero. puedo omitir esto. Ya está. Ya la mejoro con algo de esto. Una runa de fuego. Ay, voy para arriba otra vez. Veneno de araña. Ay, pero no sé. ¡Ah! Se acumulan. Coño. Me va a poner. Vale. Ya ha empezado. En la otra enfrentamiento tardamos más en sacar las apariciones. No, pero ¿por qué? No entiendo nada. Me lo había guardado. Armadura más 7, chaval. Oh. ¿Qué pasa, tío? Sí, sí. Me puso ahí a cocer el hijo puta. La madre que lo parió. Voy a... Creía que había guardado, pero no. A la grajo. Y la de Petri es... Petri. Mira que cagó la mar, sí. La otra vez que me enfrenté... O sea, antes avancé muchísimo. Y ahora que me puse mejor, no sé cuánto. Me mató, no me empezó. Bueno. Cosas de la vida. Beberse. No. Y golondrina. Me había bebido... Vale. Bien contaminado. Vale. Entonces ahora guardo aquí. Cojo esto. Ay. Vale. Espada de Bran. Hace más daño. Y ahora le meto una mejora. Como hay Dios. Ahora es... Derribo y mover. Me da más vida, Incineración. Queda la final para allá. Si es acumulable. Runa lunar. Había puesto la runa lunar. Ah, vale, la runa lunar. Bueno, a ver. Ya me la meto. Joder. Y la primera no se subía tanto ahí. O sea, no tan pronto. No es un cacho de la vida. Puf. Baja aquí, cabrón. No le doy, tío. Increíble. Tongo, chaval. Vaya tongo. Estamos con las apariciones, los cojones. Vaya, por Dios. Tardé mucho en matar a estas putas, seguro que se curó un cojón. Vale. Me va a matar. Me cago en la hostia puta. Voy a por agua. Ah. Ay, mamina. Bueno. Vale. Luego encima que no se pueda pasar esta puta mierda de animación. Tampoco. La vi 80 veces. Vamos a la de fuego, tío. Se van por culo. Y... queda lo otro, hombre. Daño de apariciones más 30. Al 30. Mira, esto no me viene mal. Venga, voy a probar esto. Genial. ¡Ay, no! Claro, si es que para los espectros tengo que sacar la otra. Oye. Espera. ¿Qué cojones es esto? Claro, por eso estaba antes haciéndoles poco daño. Vale. Joder. Pero... Por el poder de Grayskull. Estaba cantado. Ah, por culo. Él se cura, yo también. De lejos la llega, Está quemando solo el hijo puta, míralo, míralo. Gilipollas. ¡Puto! A veces el fuego le traspasa el escudo ese de mierda por cocinera. A ver. Vaya, hombre. Me cago hasta en la puta madre de este señor. Ay. Hola, Fel. Ay. Da por culo. Ay, mamina, mamina. Piedra de afilar. Cabronio. Venir aquí, chiquis. Reveal yourself. Ay. Toma, perra. Un momento ahí que no le enganchas. No sé si es por lo que sé. A ver. Padre. Menudo toca verga. Ay, 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 papita. Venir, venir con papá. Arde, cabrón. A tomar por culo, hombre. Está bien merecido. Al hijo puta. Chao. Qué chapa me dio, déjame guardar porque... Cuidado, joder. A ver. No sé qué hice. Ah, vale, vale, vale. Sí. Venga, señora. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué pasó ahí, No, pero otra cosa, pero... Vale, no hay nada. A mis patas, algo se abrió. O bueno, igual fue esta puerta que se abrió. Y no había nada tampoco. No. A ver, para atrás. Ah, no, es lo mismo, ¿no? Sí. Lo mismo. Pues bajamos. Ok. Y otra cosa. A ver. Bajo más, claro. Está la Cintia ahí, mec. Ah, vale. Genial. Esto es... A ver si me da una... Esto es... Estamos antes, ok. El siguiente nivel es el de la misión. Genial. Y el siguiente nivel es lo de la espalda. Está claro. Y no hay nada más. Exacto. Vale, pues nada.
Stand ready. He killed Vanamar.
And many other mages.
I know who he is, Cynthia.
In the same city as Philippa, and you didn't even bother to change your name. That takes balls.
Philippa's out of the picture. She's been arrested.
And I was supposed to die, but I didn't. Grave error.
I'll make you a deal.
Caso horror.
You don't get it. You turned Triss into a cold stone. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out why I shouldn't turn you into a cold corpse.
She is alive and well. We decompressed her successfully. There were no complications.
And the interrogation after she was decompressed? Because you did interrogate her.
I personally supervised it. We presented the tools, gave her a few bruises, and that sufficed to get her to talk.
Toma, que te falta.
Cynthia, tell him to shut up or I'll kill him.
Silence, Adelbert. That's an order. Witcher, help me complete my mission. Help me open Der Henner's laboratory.
What'll you give me?
I've read the intelligence reports. I know your past. There are things in there, important things you don't remember.
I could force you to tell me.
I don't think so. Will you torture me? We both know you couldn't.
We'll come back to that. About that, I won't help you. I'm getting out of here. If you ever spot me again, I'd advise you...
La mataría ya.
Oh, go.
Not on my watch. Shillard condemned him to death. He should be dead. Vanimar failed. We cannot. Long live the Emperor!
Tú me vas a comer a mí lo que viene siendo huevos por abajo. ¿Dónde está? Un tomago junto. Me cago en Dios, chaval. Hostia, aquí me van a violar, pero vamos, como ahí. Cintia. La de mi madre, solo se me ocurre a mí. A tomar por culo. Uf. Esto era demasiado, Buf. Buf, buf, buf. Buf, buf, buf. Es que me temo entonces que voy a tener que hacer un trato con estos hijos putas, no me jodan. Ay. Ah, no, me guardó ahí. Me cago en la mar. Me da putada. Bueno, tengo una partida guardada de antes. No puede ser, paso, demasiada movida esto. Pero claro, me da por culo también. Bien.
Stand ready. He killed Vanamar.
And many other mages. I know who he is, Cynthia.
In the same city as Philippa, and you didn't even bother to change your name. That takes ball.
Philippa,
and
I'll make...
You don't get it. You turned Triss into a cold stone. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out why I shouldn't turn you into a cold corpse.
She is alive and well.
And the interrogation...
I personally supervise.
Cynthia, tell him to shut up or I'll kill him.
Silence, Adelbert. That's an order. Witcher, help me complete my mission. Help me open Der Henner's laboratory.
What'll you give
No, son dos magos, creo. Pasa que se hacen...
I know your past.
Hagan copias de sí mismos.
There are things in there, important things you don't remember.
I could force you to tell me.
I don't think so. Will you torture me? We both know you couldn't.
We'll come... How can I get into the Nilfgaardian camp?
There's one entrance. Beyond it, a long, heavily guarded corridor. You can't hope to sneak in. Renwald Matson chose a spot specifically to avoid being surprised.
Where are you holding Triss?
At the back of the camp, beneath a ruined building.
You're gonna help me free her.
Not likely. You're better off killing me now. You've no idea what the Emperor's intelligence apparatus does to turncoats.
Why are you here?
We suspect Der Henner's laboratory may contain documents and books that could be useful to the Imperial Academy of Science.
That wasn't even close to funny. You're lying.
We don't know what's inside. Der Henner was a talented man, but also an eccentric.
What do you hope to find?
That's confidential. I cannot tell you. Regardless, we need your help. The laboratory lies beneath the Redanian camp, which we cannot penetrate above ground. We want to get there through the sewers, but can't manage it without a capable swordsman.
About that offer. Fine. I'll help you open the laboratory.
In exchange, I'll tell you all I can. Do we have a deal?
Yeah.
Are we likely to encounter drowners? Or a related species? Perhaps other monsters?
That is how this world's built. Sewers are infested with monsters. Damn it.
I'm impressed. Be sure.
No, una mierda.
Have you noticed Adalbert
That was the
skulking
first time I
behind
saw
us
a
all the
Witcher in
time?
action.
There's Nilfgaardian courage for you. No rats are running around sewers. What we're looking for, anyway? Some graves, I heard.
Graves? So maybe there is something in this forest.
Shut your traps. Want the sergeant to hear? We've been deep shite. But it is a good idea.
We've got company.
Redanian bastards.
The entrance must be somewhere here.
If our experts are to be trusted. Dehenna dabbled in illusions, among other things.
He also experimented heavily with golems.
Golems with the power of speech, supposedly. They knew nothing of poetry, but...
Will you two shut up?
Yes, it's an illusion. I found a weak spot. Stand back. Later, Elorn. Lisa Elorn. Later, dear. It's reacting to my spell.
At times I'm caught. You can get my kind of feat. Though I have no needles, they say I am piercing. What am I?
Enfermedad. The answer. It could be a trap.
Typical of Dehenna. He was a genius with a penchant for mischievous jokes, like a child.
So, a couple of adults, purported experts, should have no problem solving this.
Indeed, it's trivial. The answer is pain.
Incorrect.
Mamina.
No! Impossible! So many years of research together. Why did we ever embark on this?
Let's get this over with quickly.
Pleasant or terrible. I come at night or in daytime. Short or long. But yours alone. Essential.
Un sueño, te digo, ¿qué? No, a ver. ¿Eh? Solo tú lo ves, ¿eh?
Can you please repeat the riddle?
Pleasant or terrible. I come at night or in daytime. Short or long.
Va, puede ser el sueño, puede ser la muerte, tío.
Essential. I am.
Death.
Incorrect.
Entonces un sueño. ¡Oh, puta!
I'm seen to fly, described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
Tiempo.
Time.
Correct.
It's going rather well so far.
Not for everybody. Someone's been here recently.
Well, well, the competition's here. Kill them!
They must have descended straight from their quarter.
Let a Nordling.
Another guardian. Later Elorn. Lisa Elorn. Later dear! It's reacting to my spell.
One buffoon less.
I wager we have a few more of Dare Hannah's surprises for unwanted.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night, they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Gehenna would also be a competent astrologer. The verse must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Unos cuantos,
I expected a greater challenge.
Too bad about...
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
What do you think?
I would say it describes a serpentine...
I believe
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows a unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
Second verse.
To my mind, it speaks of the White Rose, symbol of the Order of the Flaming Rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the Silver Lady and White Rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the White Rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows a unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
It's the skull, or at least it should be.
Allow me.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, as above, so below. The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travelers by day.
The mine entrance in the mountainside. That seems logical. I'll stand next to that fresco. Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will. another combination.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night, they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
It should be the Dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, a silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travelers by day.
The mine entrance, I'll stand next. Let's see, take your place.
Count me out.
As you will.
Intruder detected.
¿Qué pasa, cucaracho, tío? Bien. Ayer estuvimos por ahí, así que hoy madrugón. Bueno, madrugón. Existí por la mañana, ¿vale?
Such a shame. I actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Of course, my lady.
Y nada, así que vice mañana. ¿Tú qué tal? Golem. Golem paisano. No dice nada, ¿es idiota o qué?
So Darehenna's legend is true.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our Witcher.
So I guess we should get along famously.
You? What do you know about golems?
I don't run into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I'll try to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
As are mine. Know, however, that this may change.
Darehenna must have been
Sí,
pretty
tío.
lonely if he gave you eloquence.
Estábamos ahí dándole
Master made me a guardian.
un poco de publicidad a las chicas, hombre.
Nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
A ver.
So you're aware you're an automaton?
Do we really know who we are, where we came from, and where we are headed? Is human life predictable in that
Hostia, tú madrugaste la hostia, ¿no? ¿Para un domingo, tío? ¿No duermes la mañana o qué?
better than mine? When a human is born, he is obedient to his parents. Later, he listens to tutors, masters, corporals. Finally, he succumbs to the will of death.
And to think that Adalbert questioned Derhenna's mastery. Who, if anyone, is allowed to pass?
Derhenna, but he is dead. Also guests may pass.
Ya veo, ya. Jolín.
Tell me more. Who's a guest and who's an intruder?
Is it not obvious? A guest keeps
Ah, no cuenta ahora, me dio por hacer la resta. De horas, madre
An
mía.
intruder is anyone who enters too far, attacks me, or otherwise interferes with my being.
Has anyone tried to enter before?
I recall no intruders. I do, however, remember guests who left after being warned.
When was that? What did you discuss?
I am a machine. My memory is limited.
2 megas de memoria.
You are far more self-aware than a typical golem. Can you make sovereign decisions?
The master made me the way I am, because long discussions were to his liking. I can make decisions within my program, of course.
So you decide who's a guest and who's an intruder.
Who else would? Guests chat innocuously, exerting no pressure. All others are intruders.
I have other... Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master Derhenna. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in
Estamos
my
enfilando
steel
el final del juego. Bueno, todavía no, pero es el último capítulo, vaya. Último
which animates
capítulo.
me lives on,
Tercero.
as does his legacy, which I protect.
Así que bueno, todas las visiones que tengan, no sé si son pocas o muchas, pero vamos.
Rivers will shift their courses.
Sean las que sean, llegarán al final.
To one master on my eternal watch.
Witcher.
You're not an automaton. You're self-aware, and you think you can make decisions.
Vaya.
You're wrong. I am eloquent and can discern between guests and intruders. I can also deal with the latter. But everything I say and do is limited by my restrictive program. By the way, as an automaton, I am immune to all charms. Stop the
Me cago la mala, la cagué.
Damn it.
Hostia, que se ven más. Ya, pero que lo... ¿Qué es esto, tú? No, es que tengo los magos. Para existir, no. 3 goles, tío. Tú mal. La puta. Mira, se está sufriendo. Mamina. Ahora. Son duros, trofeo elemental. Bueno, como tengo los magos que me acompañan, son malos. Pero no pude matarlos. Vamos. Vienen a vivir. Venga, solo queda uno aquí. ¡Ay, qué puto! Ahí está.
We've done it. We've penetrated their Hennis laboratory.
Let's have a look. This is better than I'd hoped.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll get that promotion.
There are any notes about the city's history.
I wager we have a few more of Der Henne's surprises for unwanted visitors ahead.
Diana describes finding an important document about the Franz. Diana's notes from a trip to Arcania.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it.
Sí, nos dejaron fino. O sea, si hubiera estado solo, me hubieran matado fijo. Al menos un par de veces.
The device. What is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, Mom.
It's a prototype megascope.
Prototype megascope?
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
Great tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt.
Mac.
I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
Not about witchers. About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host. And survived.
I'd like to try out the device.
You realize that can only end badly.
Cut in again and I'll put you in my report. You may use it, but just once.
Giving state secrets away to a Nordling. Will you mention that in your report?
You're sure to be named a commander one day, Adelbert. But until that happens, be a good boy and do your job.
Article 22 of the Code is clear. Suspicion of treason is sufficient grounds to strip a commander of power. Article 1 of my personal code is equally clear. Traitors must be subjected to the most painful death possible.
Multiplication. Second year at the academy, all mages learn it.
I didn't expect you to take my side.
A tomar por culo, el hijo de
Well,
putas.
now choose one person you wish to contact. After that, the artifact's mine.
How do you know
I've read...
Why are you warning me?
because I like you.
Uy, uy,
Is
folleteo.
there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived.
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
Let's say you've sat...
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
Nilfgaardian agents get quartered for lying in reports. What does the Empire do to agents who kill their colleagues?
Nothing. As long as no one finds out.
Will we meet again?
I wouldn't mind at all. Look for me at the inn.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't eavesdrop while I eavesdropped.
I shan't trouble you. I've a lot of work to do here.
Vernon, en fin, sintaxis, claro. Qué mierda, ¿no? De opciones que me da.
Your fate is in your hands, sorceress.
My fate? You haven't asked a single question about me.
Hola.
Yet it is all up to you. Your situation is a comfortable one. Do not squander your chance. So, wish to tell me anything?
I'm a sorceress, an advisor to the King of Temeria.
I believe we agreed you would speak only of things I do not know about.
Escogí a ella, pues no sé, porque la verdad que me sudaba un poco la polla a todos. Es la que está secuestrada.
I'm just sorry I can't use the artifact a few more times.
Its power has been depleted.
I understand. Thanks anyway.
Voy ahora a matar a esta y robarse. Tal 4. Me falta el 4. Ay, mira que la tenía. Hijo puta. poco. No se me cierra encima. Volver a la superficie. Rickstein.
Oh, it's a lovely day today.
Vale. Vale. Oh my god. Tell me more. ¿Qué es eso? Cago en su madre. Boom. Cerrado. Ah, ya perdí. Pues nada, si está cerrado por otro lado. No pasa nada, tío. Ciertos son enemigos, voy a intentar.
Greetings, greetings.
How are you?
I'm Geralt, Brass of Banard. I remember you from Thanad. I believe I saw you in Oxenfurt too.
Seems we only ever meet on Elvenland.
Indeed. But I suspect you're not here to chat about Elven ruins.
Actually, I'm here because of your weapon expertise.
I'm no expert.
You're the best swordsmith among mages.
I'm more interested in the cultural relics of other races, actually.
I'm going to need a solid cultural relic in my hand.
Apropiación cultural.
Circumstances require haste.
I'm interested in the Wild Hunt. Any chance you know something about it?
No, birds are not exactly my speciality.
Thanks.
Birds. Vale. A ver, armadura. Nada. Nah. Perdón. Pasa que no me hace caso ahora. Ahora. Vamos a jugar los dados. Un, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Escalera. Ay, se rindió. Cobarde. Pecador. Vale. A ver qué tiene para vender aceite. Armadura de drago. Buah. Armadura de drago. Está guapa, 27. Lo de Isg. Me lo compro, me lo compro. A ver qué me falta para construir. No te vayas, no te vayas. Pero no me das espalda. Va. Ah, me sabe. Uy, lo que me falta aquí. Tela resistente, cuero endurecido, cuero tachonado, garras de drago. No tengo. ¡Me cago en!
What do you want, Whitey? Feeling lucky?
Smelled something awful. Thought it was dung. Now I see it's only a couple of Redanian dogs.
What was that? Bloody bastard. You're about to feel a Redanian dog's bite. That's him!
Barbarian.
Tiró la coleta, chaval. Toma, fulano.
What's going on here? Enough!
Nothing worth your while. A little difference of opinion.
I could treat this as an assault on representatives of the Redanian royal delegation.
Yeah, you could. What would that entail?
A stint in the dungeon ought to calm you down. Then we'll see.
A stupid street fight, and you want to dump me in a dungeon with Philippa Eilhart?
Ah, we're not animals. A modest contribution to the Order, along with your word of honor that you'll not do this again.
A contribution in my word of honor or the dungeon.
Precisely.
Listen, Sir Knight, if you don't shut your fat mouth, I'll start
My,
a row that'll make the Battle of Brenna look like a squabble.
Bind this madman and lock him up with the witch.
Me cago en la leche, no quería hacer eso. Esto es misión principal. Joder. Me quedé un poco reseco ahí.
What are you doing here?
I worked awfully hard to see Philippa Eilhart in chains.
I doubt you'll be so witty once we're standing side by side on the scaffold.
Unlike you, I've done nothing that would get me hanged.
To them, you're a kingslayer. I assure you, Radovid's torturers will make you admit to anything.
Qué guapo el canal.
Even intercourse with trolls.
Radovid's no idiot. He knows I'm innocent. Besides, I helped him once.
Radovid is a politician. He'd gladly
No
show
lleva
the
el
world
peinado
he's
que
an avenger
tenía
of
yo
fallen
puesto,
kings.
Sure, but before he does that, he'll gladly hear about your exploits in Vergen.
By aiding the rebels, I weakened Henselt's position, and that's of paramount importance. Radovid is king of the hill. He has the deciding vote during the summit, thanks, among others, to me.
Is that why he dumped you in this dungeon?
This, Witcher, is a little misunderstanding.
Did you know from the start that Saskia was a dragon?
I had suspected she was not what she seemed to be for some time, though I did not learn the truth until she fell poisoned and I could examine her thoroughly.
I've seen the list of antidote ingredients. Not a word about the Rose of Remembrance.
Well, we all prefer to have loyal allies. The Rose of Remembrance is very powerful. Even as a she-dragon, Saskia could not resist my spell.
Why don't you summon her? You could use some help now.
Dimeritium blocks all magic, telepathy included.
Someone's coming.
Your Majesty.
I've waited long for this meeting. You left Redania so suddenly I had no chance to give you the send-off you so richly deserved.
Your Majesty, I fail to understand why I have been arrested. I've done nothing but serve Redania's interests, supporting the rebellion, undermining Henselt, risking my own reputation on your behalf.
I'm no longer the little boy who believed your every word.
Why do you do this, Radovid? I was there at your most trying hours. Without me, you would not be the man you are. I don't understand.
You understand very well. You conspired against my father Vizimir, and against me. The entire Redanian court once trembled in fear of Philippa Eilhart.
Untrue, sire. You must let me explain. What are your charges, Your Majesty?
Ambassador.
Triss Marigold was kind enough to compile a list of persons making up the secret society known as the Lodge of Sorceresses. Some Nilfgaardian sorceresses were members as well, but you need not be bothered with them, my lady.
Triss, you're mad!
The Lodge ordered Demaven killed. It ordered Foltest killed. I suspect you played a part in my father's death. And if I released you from the Dimeritium, you'd kill me too. You're finished, Eilhart. There will be a trial, due process. Everything as it should be. But know that you shall not wriggle out of this. You shall be convicted of conspiracy, treason, and regicide. They'll rip your flesh from you in bits before they burn you at the stake. Throughout my childhood, I felt your cold stare on the back of my neck. When I issued orders, my subjects would search with their eyes for Philippa Eilhart's gesture of consent. The entire court at Tretogor looked on as you humiliated me. All Redania laughed behind my back. You taught me to look everyone in the eye. Forced them to lower their gaze, do you remember? A king must never show weakness, uncertainty, you said. I've mastered that skill. Yet there is one I could never force to submit. You. You've one chance to shorten your suffering. Admit to everything, here and now in the ambassador's presence. Look me in the eye and repent. Submit. As you wish. Torturer, put out those vile eyes.
You're making a grave error, sire.
Ah, quedó chungo.
We will talk again, witch. I refused to believe it when they told me Geralt of Rivia was in my dungeon. The Geralt I know wouldn't let himself be captured.
I was really hankering for a tour of your dungeon, sire.
What's so interesting about it?
The guests.
I apologize for the dismal company you're in, Witcher. Fortunately, Eilhart won't be with us much longer.
I beg your mercy, not for myself, but for Triss Merigold.
Your friend is now in Ambassador Fitz-Esterland's hands.
I know, but surely Shillard won't deny you a small favor, sire.
Forgive me, but I can't be sure that I won't require grander favors from Nilfgaard. The fate of entire nations will be decided in this city. Individuals are irrelevant.
The Nilfgaardian ambassador mentioned an organization of sorceresses. Just so happens I'm interested in the plans of this lodge.
Those plans should interest no one, because the lodge will soon cease to exist. I've nothing against you personally, Witcher, but you've gone from being an uninvited guest to being an awkward witness.
I understand I'm in for an extended tour.
You certainly shan't leave here before the summit ends.
I'm flattered, sire, but you overestimate me if you think I could influence it in any way.
Politics is like a complicated puzzle. Every piece may prove useful, or equally useless, even harmful. A breakthrough awaits us here at Loc Muinne, by my hand no less. This will be no second Thaned. Soon, everyone will learn what the Redanian king is capable of. You'll excuse me, but it's time for the summit.
Radovid is capable, but too young. He has yet to understand that only the dead remain truly silent. Because Redania is doing Nilfgaard a favor, I feel obliged to help the king in return.
What favor do you mean? You can tell me. Just like you said, the dead keep their secrets.
That's true, but I prefer to be cautious. I promise to reveal every last detail as soon as your body is cold. Pity you won't live to see it. Loc Muinne's in for a huge surprise, both the mages and the kings.
Nobody likes others to decide for them. That's especially true of kings.
You're dangerous, Witcher, and too independent. In time, Radovid will thank me, and he won't be alone. Kill him, but beware his sorcery.
Hold him, Hart.
Toma. Como emperadora,
out of here.
I need some answers first.
Y la otra con los ojos sacados. Y tan pancha.
Was Shillard telling the truth about the lodge, the assassinations?
He said exactly what Radovid wanted to hear. Half-truths, musings stripped of context, which differ very little from lies.
Did Triss take part in all this?
She's clean in those terms. Innocent as a child, but only to a point. I assure you, she has not been honest with you about many other matters.
Why did all this happen? Murdering monarchs, what interests did it serve? I can't fathom.
Help me get out of here and I'll explain all and lift the spell from Saskia. Take these shackles off me and lead me to my house. I beg you. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
I didn't track you alone. Yorvith can't wait to see you again.
My death would change little. Yorvith and all like him have no right to judge others.
How does the spell work?
Saskia's will and mine are one. She cannot resist me. But fear not. There's no suffering involved. She merely believes me to be the most wonderful person in the world. As if she were in love. You know what's most beautiful? In spite of all this, she seems unchanged. She's retained her charm, her valor, her honor.
Where's Saskia?
When I was arrested, she was with Sheila. They must be on their way to the deliberations by now.
Las conspiraciones de las brujas estas.
Clock's ticking. Time is of the essence.
Why do you do this? Would you take vengeance on a blind woman?
Shillard said they've got Triss. I have to free her before they put out her eyes too.
Going to the Nilfgaardian camp is suicide.
And leaving a friend is villainy.
Only I know how to break the spell that holds Saskia. Get me out of here. If I die, she'll remain forever spellbound.
Vaya por Dios.
All right, but if you're lying to me...
Unbind me and lead the way. We must return through the sewers.
The shackles stay on, and you'll go first.
Shillard will raise the alarm.
No, he won't. We'll be long gone by the time he comes to.
Kill him.
Yo lo mataría.
I'm not into murdering unconscious old men. Lead on.
Un hijo puta.
No tricks, Phil.
I want to get out of here, and I want to live.
I believe that. Can you walk? Sure you won't faint on me?
I'll manage.
Bueno, voy a parar aquí. Luego juego otro rato.
The manacles stay on.
Me voy a reservar, vamos a comer. Ya estuvo bien, ¿verdad? ¿No? Sí. Chun, chun, chun. Vaya intrigas palaciegas. ¡Dios! Pues nada, cucarachín. Gracias por la visita, tío. Luego, si acaso. Y si no, buen inicio de semana. Gracias, cucarachín. Venga, con Dios, chavales. Bye, bye.